jamming. Another Friday heading into the gym, fasting fitness, winter flex. We haven't quite given up on the bulking for the entire winter, but it's more flex than bulking. And as I mentioned before, we will get to bulking if and when bod wants to bulk up. We're still lifting heavier weights for the upper body. We'll get to some of that today. But first, as we have been doing the last few Fridays, is starting with leg machines for the first round, and then moving into mostly chest. We might get some back into the mix. Also, we might get some suspension in today. And here's a little plug about Noxoma Life Camp. Still haven't decided completely whether I'm going to do the coaching. You know what I think I'll do? I think I'll offer it. And then anyone who is really interested, let's say we start offering the coaching in March, what you can start doing right now in the beginning of February is the prerequisite, and that's going out and walking, whether you're walking on the street or whether you're walking on a treadmill, for at least 15 to 20 days in February. Get that done, and then I will seriously consider coaching. All right, we are in the fast still, and we're heading into the gym to do what I mentioned. We'll get it done and report back to you right after this. So as much as I tell others outside of this series how exercise works, how the body adapts, how the body is amazing, etc., I continue to be amazed. Trying new types of exercises, trying new, new styles, new tempos, new approaches to the old exercises, and finding out that the body compensates, acclimates, and becomes stronger in a relatively short amount of time. Back in the mix with the Friday finish, and it is very much as it was last week. And as the weather gets nicer, we are going to have to pull ourselves back down to the monkey bars for monkey bars business. And it might be next week. It's going to depend on the weather. Now, if I make a commitment to go to the monkey bars no matter what, then it'll be a thunderstorm. It'll be an early season hurricane next week. And this is why I keep things flexible and flowing. You don't want to tempt the devil. So we have the list up here for you. There's no extraordinary feats of strength to report. We did do a couple of new moves, a couple of first time moves, and getting into something that I wanted to get into that I call the low game. So I'm in a deep squat, and it's so deep I have to hold on to something solid to hold the squat. Then I take a very light dumbbell, about 10 pounds, and do front raises from the squat. And I bring the dumbbell up as far over my head as I can, just because the tightness there is in the body. It's surprising how tight the body is when you try to do stuff that require flexibility. So why not the February flex? We'll keep coming in here. We've already done a month of it, so we'll keep coming in and working on core stability, mobility, flexibility. We'll get some heavy stuff out of the way in between. So if we were to split up the workout into, like, say, 4 30-minute segments, we would start out doing some heavy work that requires flexibility, and then we would get into the more flexible type stuff for the remainder of that quarter, and then go back to heavy. Then go back to heavy moderate for a different body part, and then we'll do some of the small muscle groups, some of the stuff that we must do, like the inverted stuff. We did that today. We did the suspension push-ups, and we did the hangs. I designed it in my mind in order for body to execute it. And then when we get in there, all bets are off, because sometimes it's a whole different game once we actually get into the gym. And that's the way it is, real life fitness during apocalypse year. It's Flex February, Flexuary. Do I even dare? Maybe not. Anyway, that's it, kids. Where are we? Friday? Yep, moving into the weekend. We got another workout in mind tomorrow. We'll see if that happens. Thanks as always for the follow, comments. Appreciate you. See you next workout.